What's up everybody and welcome to a new tutorial. Fact is, you don't need to be a gymnast to hold a handstand. And I love to say that in my videos. And everybody can learn it. If you follow this workout routine, you will be able to hold a stable handstand for around 5 seconds after just 3 weeks. So let's get it started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, this you crazy mother.
Quickly about myself, I did my first handstand attempt as I was, I think, 16, 17, and to be honest, I really took a long time to learn it. I just simply did not have anyone who could correct my form. So I developed my own strategies and techniques. And I don't want to say that these techniques were the right ones. I did basically everything out of strength. There was no technique at all. But I have to say this also helped me a lot, as moves like for example handstand push-ups or the planche were a bit easier. I just wish that someone would have told me what I'm going to tell you today. I was also working as a breakdance or b-boy instructor for many years, where I teach kids and adults the handstand. And during those years I could kind of see always the same patterns and the same mistakes. Why the handstand is not that easy is because you train different muscle groups at the same time and they work at the same time together. That stands in contrast to the gym, where you train muscles isolated. My very first video on YouTube was actually about the 5 most common handstand mistakes, so definitely check that out as well. I left the link in the description below. Let's talk about prerequisites. What do you need to bring with you if you want to learn the handstand? And the good thing is, not much. And certainly not strength. Sometimes in my courses, people came to me and they were like, Victor, I just can't hold the handstand, I just don't have the strength. And I was always like, what strength are you talking about? 6-year-old girls can hold the handstand and you want to tell me that you can't? I will tell you one thing. Holding a handstand is 100% technique, it has nothing to do with strength. And the balance and the coordination is the biggest problem when learning the handstand. But there are ways how you can shorten the time of learning the handstand. As the handstand is pretty intensive on the shoulders, you should include some exercises such as push-ups and push-up variations. Also, you can easily train a strong core and therefore body tension. For example, planks, back exercises, and for example the whole body hold. But I have to say that while learning the handstand, you will gain a lot of strength and a strong core. And before you start, make sure to warm up your wrists and your elbows. Alright guys, let's start with week number 1, where we focus on the upper body form. And I tell you guys, don't skip this. This will be your foundation and determine your success and also the time until you learn it. The primary goal here is not to build up strength, but it's more or less to give you a feeling how it feels to be upside down. In such a short time you will anyway not build up any strength. And you of course learn the correct body position and form. And this is how we start in this pike push-up position. And if you want to make it even better, you just take a chair or a box or something like that. Okay, and here are some things you must keep in mind. First of all, you need to position your hands, which should be shoulder width apart. Importantly, hands should not be completely flat on the ground. What's in my opinion a bit better is when you kind of grab the floor. So just like this. The next one is number 1 reason why most people cannot hold a handstand: not straight arms. If your arms are not straight, you will lose a lot of energy, and even if you have years of gym experience, you will not be able to hold the handstand, even for a second. So always stretch your arms out completely. Not like this, not like this, not even like this, but like this. And while you are in this position, you do not stretch out your head, but you put your ears in between your arms. I mean, you can face the ground a bit, you know. This is absolutely acceptable, but this is not. Another important point are the shoulders. And the shoulders must be completely locked out. What do I mean with that? Whenever you go in this position, you must imagine that you're really pushing into the ground so that you stretch your shoulders completely. So push into the ground, don't let yourself sink in like that. I know this is a lot of information you need to remember, but try to implement that every time you go into this position. Try to hold this position for around 10 to 15 seconds. We continue with week number 2, where we focus on the whole body and the proper body tension. Plus, you will need a wall. A great exercise to start with are wall walks. And this is actually more difficult than it looks. So you start in this position, you stretch out your arms, and then you slowly climb up while you bring your hands closer to the wall. Come as close as you can to the wall, but always feel comfortable while doing it. First of all, you point with your toes up, then you tension your whole body. This is the crucial point while learning the handstand. I always imagine that as soon as I reach the highest point, somebody is kind of like electroshocking me and I just, get under tension. Reason number 2 why most people cannot hold the handstand is that they do not have enough body tension. And you learn this body tension while repeating this exercise over and over again. Try to hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. The next step would be the other way around. That means instead of walking the wall up, you fall against it. And this can be a bit scary, especially when you live in a small apartment or student dorm. We position our hands just in front of the wall. Now you take the momentum of one leg and you push up until you reach the wall. Then the other leg automatically follows. Same thing as with the move before, at the highest point, tension your whole body. And hold the position for around 10 to 15 seconds. Do you remember what I told you about the fingers? This will be very important here. When doing the handstand, you have kind of a sweet spot where you have the least effort to hold it. But you will need to balance yourself and therefore you need your fingers. Obviously, as soon as you will lean to the front when you will be in the handstand position, your fingers must do the work and balance you back into the sweet spot. And the other way around, of course, as well. If you go back, your palms need to do the work. And this is what you will need to practice in this move. A variation of this would be the advanced wall handstand, where you put one leg away from the wall. Just push yourself slightly away and back to the wall. Another amazing exercise for that is the headstand. Just a quick tutorial how you can do that. Hands flat on the ground, head in between, a bit above the hands, then you go on the elbows and then you straighten your legs. And finally, the last week, the freestanding handstand. And if you did all the exercises, this will be easier than you actually imagined. Now you must leave the wall, make some space in your room, or even better, go outside. Importantly, do not take any support at all. And the first thing you need to learn is how to fall. I mean, you will definitely fall, the question is just how. And there are basically 2 ways how you can do that. The first one is, in my opinion, the most difficult one, is the somersault. As soon as you feel that you just can't hold it anymore, you just immediately put your chin into the chest and then you make yourself small and make the somersault. And if you will not be able to do the somersault in that moment, you will really have a problem. That's why I recommend you to do the other ways. The second way is to save yourself while going to the side. That means you go into the handstand position and then you just fall to the side, left or right. Or you kind of make a twist motion, that's of course also possible. And the thing is, you will do that automatically. I mean, your body doesn't want to hurt itself. What I would recommend to you when you learn the handstand is to go up gradually. What do I mean with that? So you basically start in this position and then you take the momentum with the leg and go higher and higher. This takes away a lot of fear and you kind of adapt to the height. And of course, fear is also a very important point when learning the handstand. I mean, you don't want to hurt yourself, of course. Start slow and work yourself all the way up. As soon as you get used to the height and are a bit less scared of the move, you can proceed to the next step. Go up slowly but reach immediately the highest point, and when you are there, tension your whole body just like you learned it before. And you hold this for as long as you can. What you should also train is opening your legs while you're in the handstand position. You can open them after you reach the highest top, or you start already with open legs. Definitely include this variation, it might help you with the balance and coordination. And you will be surprised, if you did all the steps before, if you worked on your body tension, on your upper body, form especially, you will go into the handstand position and you will be able to hold it. And then you will be like, it was actually not that difficult. With this, I don't want to give you a specific workout routine because I just think that this is a pretty individual thing. And what I want from you is that you create a workout plan out of this information because this will bring you farther. You know your limits, you know your strength, so make the best out of it. Alright guys, I really hope you understand that no matter what age, height or weight, you can learn the handstand. Especially compared to other moves, it actually does not take so much effort, and it's a pretty impressive move also and a great addition to your workout. If you got the handstand, go one step further and learn how to do handstand push-ups. I left the link in the description below. Okay, don't hurt yourself, don't forget to subscribe for further tutorials, stay healthy, and see you next time.